Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. You basically got free AC in Kaneohe. You know? Well, it's awesome. The camera's not doing no justice to this right now because it looks more darker on camera. It truly is. You know? But, you know, just having a very, very exciting day applying intuition. You know, you always gotta back yourself up, you know. You always gotta make sure, you know, that you have doors available for you. You know, and you can't really wait for anyone. You have to want it yourself. You have to represent. You know. Anytime when someone wants something, they go out there and get it. The same application. You know. If you think and ponder too long, the Bible talks a lot about acting. You must act. Just found me a little boat. Well, let's get that off the street. You know, what's it called? You must act, you know. If you sit there and contemplate too long, the kind of rule modern day time, if you sit there and think about it for 5 minutes, 2 minutes, you're not going to do it. You got to like, boom, 30 seconds, you want to do it. That's the way the body and the flesh is for these modern times. You know, everyone has their own disciplines, but these are like in general, not to stereotype anyone or anything. But these are my little things that panned out to be true, just in life generally. And people were telling me this since I was 12 years old. You know, then I started going to all these like marketing meetings, you know, these pyramid meetings, you know. Be a salesman if you make commission, you know, you got to bring people in. It's not an hourly thing at all whatsoever, mostly in Newport Beach, mostly in Costa Mesa. You know, so the whole idea about, you know, being comfortable, you know, and procrastination, they're deep about that, how you must act. And, you know, you always got a chance to apply and to redeem yourself. There is no fear that has came into your life that you cannot conquer. No obstacle, you know. There's lessons in my life, such as working at restaurants that are very inefficient, kind of like literally against me, against the customer. The way they will set things up, you know, make it more difficult for me to serve the customer, like as if profit wasn't their interest. You know, I'm not gonna name no names, but man, you know, these restaurants are all around the world. And then there's some that are so on it, you know, by making it so simple, by making them be accountable. These are my experiences in the restaurant game, even though I was never a server, never a bartender before, prior to even coming to Oahu. It's my first place doing any of these things because I like the tip money. You know, I like the 5-hour gig, $200 a day. I like the challenge, you know, but there's some places that you don't have to be challenged in, where you don't have to remind the cook, put a salad dressing 400 times a day, you know, because you got to understand, you know, if they didn't actually hire and train another cook, that cook is taking advantage of the situation. And that's the understanding you got to know, that you may think like, why are things like this at this place? It's because the employees know that they're not replaceable at that moment. If they get fired, there's no one to replace them. So they deeply take advantage of that situation, you know, which I don't. I'm real all day, 24/7, accountable to myself all day. The same people want to holler at me and be my best of friends after work. We can't do any of that. If I can't work with you, we're going to be distant friends. You know what I mean? Because you want to pick and choose when you want to do things. You know what I mean? You want to pick and choose when you want to be right and honest, you know. Other time, you want to do your own thing and take advantage. So I understand that, so I got to move myself out of that situation if I do want another tipping gig, you know, which actually benefits. And I found one, and I got blessed. You know what I mean? I didn't say no names about none of that, where it's at. But, you know, too many haters out there, man. You know, they see me doing things in a restaurant, making money like a bartender, as a server, accomplishing defeating every single obstacle they set back intentionally. From the owner to the cook to the bartender throwing away my tickets. Come on now. And I gotta prove it to her or him. You know, do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? You know, and you just throw it away because they want to sit there and talk, take advantage, and no manager, no owner is gonna make her or him accountable. So it's kind of hard to really bear that and still succeed in making over 200 bucks in 4 hours. Most companies don't function this way. Some do, but this is a beautiful lesson that has sparked and blessed me. Even though I went through that trial, which was very unnecessary, very below standards of any type of business. Um, because they only will be truly responsible when they decide to and want to be. And you don't ever want to hire people like that. You don't ever want to, let them learn and mature on their own outside of your business. You know what I mean? I always wanted to help everyone, but some people you cannot help. You know what I mean? You can help them to the point till they prove to you that, you know what, you're not at this level. You need to go and be babysit way too much. So you need to step out of here, homeboy, homegirl. So it's gonna because it's gonna cost the business money, and it's too much babysitting. You know, you gotta avoid these companies. You gotta know the level that you deserve, the privilege level that you're gonna be at regarding any type of business. This is not just in the restaurant game, but it made me conquer the mind of being patient with people and being accountable to myself. Now, if you know these circumstances are occurring, it's your job now to get out of that situation, not just stay there and build more bills. And now you're like, damn, I have to be in this place and be miserable. Nah, man. Live within your means so you can be flexible. That's the best thing to do in this life because nothing's really guaranteed. People live beyond their means. They start becoming miserable. The heart becomes bitter, and it's all self-induced because they know better. It's kind of like this. People know better but choose not to. Be careful with those situations. That's going to drag you down, and you need to go start prospecting and benefiting the places that you need to be in and belong and be a part of. How are you going to invest your time? How are you going to invest your life in the most loving manner? I dedicated myself to these companies like that, and I gave my heart in that direction because I felt like this. Let me go ahead and justify a reason why, I'm going to go ahead and keep supporting them and encouraging them, even though that was way too much babysitting. On the street, penitentiary, you're going to get clocked. I don't even need to go there with no conversation like that, but I'm just saying, like, so in any type of faith, be genuine all the time. Any type of, just because the whole crowd is doing it, don't mean you need to do that. You gotta be wise when you're dealing with relationships that are conditional. A person only likes you under these conditional standards. You know what I mean? That's actually selling your soul out in such ways. Or they only like you at their convenience. Watch out for all that. That's phony. You know it. But most people want to go along to get along, which I don't mind. But, you got to start looking at the brighter side of your potential and the person of who you are and the path that you need to take. They're taking their path. That's why they're taking advantage of the circumstance, and they're losing. Misery loves company. Remember that. You know what I mean? Big time. You ain't lifting people up, you on that level. You know what I mean? Straight up. I don't know why people can't say certain things to lift people up. It don't cost nothing. You know what I mean? But they'll go buy a prostitute. That's crazy. That's just, oh God. You know what I mean? I don't even want to go there no more. Let's stay on the same track. Because that's extreme. But, my key idea is this. I work with you at a certain level, where you stay accountable, you remain accountable, and you do a great job. You don't go and start flaking, you keep your word and things like that. Then we can start building a friendship. You know what I mean? Prior to that, man, we distant friends. We just coworkers. Straight up. You know what I mean? It'd be impossible for me to encourage that type of presence. I mean, that goes with car sales, that goes with everything. Trust me, I was in the financial district area where the car salesman is like this. The financial guy, I'm the car salesman. You know what I mean? The financial guy's like this. Rico, you already got the guy. 26,000, right? Boom, we're gonna bump up to 29, make up some excuse. I said, nah, you're gonna come down here and you're gonna tell him yourself. I would have got fired if I wasn't a high key player. You know what I mean? High volume sales, I would have got fired easily. But I didn't because I'm making everybody money. But I'm making them accountable.